This video presentation we will attempt at understanding Albert Einstein at school by Patrick Pringle. Now this little story is a recollection of the days when Albert Einstein was a student and he was struggling as a student. Now Albert Einstein, the man, the genius who led the world into so many deep secrets of physics and who gave the world theory of relativity and whatnot. By the way, I know nothing about theory of relativity, but I'm impressed. So, Albert Einstein, he was struggling as a student. Sounds absurd, doesn't it? So, let's find out what was actually happening there. In what year, Einstein, asked the history teacher, did Prussians defeat the French at Waterloo? I don't know, sir. Why don't you know? You have been told it often enough. I must have forgotten. Did you ever try to learn? Asked Mr. Braun. No, sir. Albert replied with his usual unthinking honesty. Why not? I can't see any point in learning dates. One can always look them up in a book. Mr. Braun was speechless for a few moments. You amaze me, Einstein, he said at last. Don't you realize that one can always look most things up in books? That applies to all the facts you learn at school? Yes, sir. Then I suppose you don't see any point in learning facts. Frankly, sir, I don't, said Albert. Then you don't believe in education at all. Oh, yes, sir, I do. I don't think learning facts is education. So basically, what's happening here is that this story starts in the middle of a history class. And Mr. Braun, the history teacher, is not very much impressed with Albert's performance in the class. Why? This we will know very soon. So the history teacher puts out a question and asks Albert to answer it. The question is that when did the Prussians defeat French at Waterloo? Now this question is not that important, but Albert's response is, he clearly denied knowing that. He said he didn't know. So the teacher asked him why he didn't know. Because the teacher had repeated the same thing often enough in the class, which is the usual pain of most of the teachers. They keep on repeating things, but students don't understand them. So Albert said that he must have forgotten that. The teacher was puzzled. He asked Albert if he had ever tried to learn that. So Albert, with his usual unthinking honesty. Now, what is the meaning of usual unthinking honesty? Albert was a very blunt person. He did not think much before speaking the truth. So usually he did not care for the consequences. If his speaking the truth would land him into some trouble, he wouldn't care. So Albert said with frankness, with very blunt, I think maybe a very plain face, very plain tone, he must have said, no, sir. So the teacher was curious that why hadn't this kid tried to learn the facts? So Albert replied that learning dates was futile, that he could not see any point, he could not see any sense in learning dates because one could always look them up in a book. So Mr. Braun, he was at a loss of words for a few moments. The teacher could not understand how to respond to this. This was the very first time that a student had on his face said that he could not make any sense in learning dates because that was the only thing the teacher was doing at that time. So the teacher was amazed. Now this amazement is not of being impressed. The teacher was astonished at Albert's stubbornness, that this boy was not even ashamed and was so much upfront with his opinion. So he asked Einstein if he considered all the subjects as futile as history. And Albert said that he considered that he could pick up a book anytime and look the facts into them anytime. And that he never saw any point in learning facts of any subject. So the teacher was shocked. The teacher thought that maybe this guy did not believe in education at all. So he asked Albert if he believed in education. What Albert said in response was quite unexpected. Albert said to the teacher, on his face, looking into his eyes, that he did not believe that learning facts was education. Albert basically said that he did not believe that what the teacher was doing was anything but educating them. Oh my God, this was a very savage moment, I must say. तो हुआ ये कि हिस्ट्री टीचर ने एल्बर्ट से सवाल पूछा कि वाटरलू में फ्रेंच को प्रशियंस ने कब डिफीट किया, और एल्बर्ट ने बोल दिया कि उसको इसका जवाब नहीं पता। टीचर ने पूछा कि क्यों नहीं पता भाई, आपको कई बार बताया गया है, और एल्बर्ट ने कहा कि मैं भूल गया होऊंगा। तो मिस्टर ब्राउन जो कि हिस्ट्री टीचर थे, उन्होंने कहा क्या तुमने इसे याद करने की कभी कोशिश भी की? तो एल्बर्ट ने कहा नहीं सर, याद करने की कोशिश ही नहीं की। और टीचर ने पूछा क्यों कोशिश नहीं की? तो एल्बर्ट ने कहा कि सर मुझे कोई लॉजिक नहीं लगता कि हम डेट्स को याद क्यों करते हैं। हमें जब भी जीवन में ज़रूरत पड़ेगी इस इन्फॉर्मेशन की, हम किताब खोलकर देख सकते हैं कि भाई वाटरलू में फ्रेंच को प्रशियंस ने कब डिफीट किया था। मिस्टर ब्राउन हक्के बक्के हुए, उनके पास शब्द नहीं थे, और फिर उन्होंने थोड़ी देर बाद बोला कि आइंस्टाइन तुम मुझे आश्चर्यचकित कर देते हो, क्या तुम ये समझ पा रहे हो कि जो तुम ये बात कह रहे हो कि मुझे चीज़ें याद नहीं करनी, ये तो हर सब्जेक्ट पे लागू हो जाती है। तो आइंस्टाइन कहता है नहीं सर, मुझे पता है हर सब्जेक्ट पे ये बात लागू हो जाती है। तो टीचर ने कहा तो क्या तुम्हारा ये कहना है कि तुम किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में चीज़ें याद नहीं करोगे? तो आइंस्टाइन ने कहा हाँ सर, मैं किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में चीज़ों को याद करना ज़रूरी नहीं समझता। तो टीचर ने कहा तो क्या तुम एजुकेशन को भी महत्वपूर्ण समझते हो? तो एल्बर्ट ने कहा नहीं सर, एजुकेशन तो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, मैं मानता हूँ, लेकिन मेरा ये मानना है कि जो चीज़ें हम याद कर रहे हैं ना, ये एजुकेशन नहीं है। टीचर ने ये कभी जीवन में एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था। In that case, said the history teacher with heavy sarcasm, perhaps you would be so kind as to tell the class the Einstein theory of education. Albert flushed. I think it is not facts that matter, but ideas, he said. I don't see the point in learning the dates of battles, or even which of the armies killed more men. I would be more interested in learning why those soldiers were trying to kill each other. That's enough. Mr. Braun's eyes were cold and cruel. We don't want a lecture from you, Einstein. You will stay in for an extra period today. Although I don't imagine it will do you much good. It won't do the school any good either. You are a disgrace. I don't know why you continue to come. It is not my wish, sir, Albert pointed out. Then you are an ungrateful boy and ought to be ashamed of yourself. I suggest you ask your father to take you away. So then what happened? This discussion went on to become even more heated, and then Albert Einstein's history teacher became very sarcastic with Albert. By sarcasm, I mean the sarcasm is a particular way of taunting someone. If you want to make fun of someone, you would say a thing in a way, the meaning of which is quite the opposite. Okay, so the teacher actually did not want to know what Einstein's theory of education was. The teacher was not genuinely interested in knowing what Einstein thought about real education. The teacher tried to insult Einstein. He wanted to embarrass Einstein by asking him to explain whatever he thought in front of the class. A classic trick used by teachers. So the teacher was very sarcastic and he asked Albert if he could tell the class Einstein theory of education. So Albert got embarrassed at first. He flushed. What is the meaning of flushed? He got embarrassed at first, but then he must have summoned his courage and he said very clearly, this is a very important line, that's why it is underlined. He said that he did not think that learning facts was important. Facts didn't matter. Ideas mattered. Now, what is the meaning of this sentence? He further explains that he could not see any point in learning dates of battles or even which of armies killed more men. He was more interested in learning that why those armies were trying to kill each other. Albert was interested in knowing the whys and hows rather than whats. He did not want to learn what happened. He wanted to learn why did that thing happen. Because when you know why things happen, you can avoid them or you can make them happen. Okay, so for positive things, if you get to know the reason, you can make positive things happen again and again. If you know the reason about why negative things happened, you can stop negative things from happening by curbing the reasons. So this is what Albert Einstein was saying, that he was more interested in ideas and logics and innovative thinking rather than learning things like parrots. That's enough. Mr. Braun's eyes were cold and cruel. Mr. Braun got furious. He was very angry because he hadn't expected that Albert would go on to explain his theory of education. And he told Einstein that nobody needed a lecture from him. Why? Because perhaps Einstein was not a very good student as per the academic reports. He must not have scored very well in history exams till then. So the history teacher then gave him a punishment. And what was that punishment? Staying back for an extra period. It's called detention. It was a punishment. So if anybody asks why was Albert asked to stay for an extra period, it's a form of punishment. And then the teacher became even more sarcastic, even more harsh, and he used some very harsh words for Albert, which teachers must not use. He called Albert a disgrace to the school. Now, what is a disgrace? A person that gives very bad impression and makes you feel sorry and embarrassed. So basically, the teacher was saying that Albert was making the school feel ashamed. Perhaps this is not a good thing to say to students. And then he also said that the punishment won't do any good to Albert. The teacher was saying that Albert was a hopeless creature and that the teacher had lost all hopes in him. This is not what teachers are supposed to say. But anyway, let's move on from that. And then the teacher wondered aloud. The teacher wondered aloud. He said, he basically taunted Albert that it was a puzzle why he continued to come to the school. And after that, Albert replied that it was not his wish to go to the school. Now, this might seem as if Albert is a misbehaving child, but Albert isn't a misbehaving student. He is a very blunt and upfront student who has been suffering a lot in this school. Why is he suffering? This you will know with time. Although Mr. Braun is an example of how and why students suffer in schools. So then what happened? अच्छा, let me give you the summary of this much. तो टीचर ने एल्बर्ट को एम्बैरेस करने की, शर्मिंदा करने की कोशिश की और उसको सरकास्टिकली बोला कि एल्बर्ट आओ और सबको समझाओ कि तुम्हारी थ्योरी ऑफ एजुकेशन क्या है, जैसा कि 3 इडियट्स में हुआ था और रणछोड़ दास शामक दास छाछड़ को बोला गया था कि आप बताइए एजुकेशन क्या होती है. उसके बाद तो सीन बड़ा अच्छा था हालांकि, पर फिर एल्बर्ट जो थे वो थोड़े से शर्मिंदा हुए. लेकिन फिर एल्बर्ट ने कहा कि मुझे नहीं लगता सर कि तथ्य यानी फैक्ट्स, इन्फॉर्मेशन इतनी ज़रूरी है. मेरे हिसाब से आइडियाज़ ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. यानी कोई चीज़ क्यों हुई ये जानना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. कौन सी सेना ने किस सेना को कितनी बार मारा और कितना ज़्यादा सोल्जर्स को मार दिया, इससे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी ये जानना है कि ये सोल्जर्स एक दूसरे को मारना क्यों चाह रहे थे, यानी ये युद्ध हो क्यों रहा था. जब आप चीज़ों के पीछे तथ्य कारणों को समझ लेते हैं तब आप उन चीज़ों को होने से रोक भी सकते हैं और उनको बढ़ा भी सकते हैं. यदि कोई अच्छी चीज़ है और आपको कारण पता चल जाए कि कोई अच्छी चीज़ क्यों हुई, तो आप उन कारणों की मदद से बार बार उस अच्छी चीज़ को करवा सकते हैं, घटित करवा सकते हैं. और यदि आपको किसी बुरी चीज़ के बारे में पता चल जाए कि वो क्यों हुई, तो आप उन कारणों को रोक कर उस बुरी चीज़ को वापस होने से रोक सकते हैं. तो असल में एजुकेशन तो यही होना चाहिए. तो एल्बर्ट ने ये बात बोल दी पूरी क्लास के सामने और टीचर को आया गुस्सा. उन्होंने बोला काफ़ी बोल रहे हो तुम एल्बर्ट, और हमें तुम जैसे स्टूडेंट से कोई लेक्चर नहीं चाहिए. और फिर टीचर ने ये कह डाला कि एल्बर्ट एक डिसग्रेस था, यानी स्कूल के ऊपर एक धब्बा था. और टीचर ने ये कहा कि जो पनिशमेंट वो उसको देने वाले थे वो डिटेंशन पीरियड की एक पनिशमेंट होती है जिसके अंदर बच्चों को 1 घंटा 2 घंटा एक्स्ट्रा रुकना होता है. टीचर ने कहा कि मैं तुम्हें पनिशमेंट दे रहा हूँ लेकिन मुझे लगता नहीं कि इससे तुम्हारा कोई फ़ायदा होगा. टीचर ने ये जताने की कोशिश की कि वो एल्बर्ट में उम्मीद खो चुके थे और उनको लगता था कि एल्बर्ट एक होपलेस केस है जिसका कभी भला हो नहीं सकता. लगता नहीं है कि टीचर्स को ऐसा कहना चाहिए, पर खैर एक समय था जब ऐसी बातें कह दी जाती थी स्कूल के अंदर. आगे बढ़ते हैं. अच्छा, एल्बर्ट ने उसके बाद ये कह दिया था कि सर मेरी भी इच्छा नहीं होती स्कूल आने की. जब टीचर ने कहा कि मुझे नहीं पता कि तुम स्कूल आते भी क्यों हो, तब एल्बर्ट ने पलट कर कह दिया था कि सर मेरी भी कोई इच्छा नहीं होती है स्कूल आने की. देन व्हाट हैपेंड? देन यू आर एन अनग्रेटफुल बॉय एंड ऑट टू बी अशेम्ड ऑफ योरसेल्फ. आई सजेस्ट यू आस्क योर फादर टू टेक यू अवे. Albert felt miserable when he left school that afternoon. Not that it had been a bad day. Most days were bad now. Anyway, but because he had to go back to the same hateful place the next morning, he only wished his father would take him away. But there was no point in even asking. He knew what the answer would be. He would have to stay until he had taken his diploma. Going back to his lodgings did not cheer him up. His father had so little money to spare that Albert had been found a room in one of the poorest quarters of Munich. He did not mind the bad food and lack of comfort, or even the dirt and squalor. His landlady beat her children. His landlady beat her children regularly, and every Saturday her husband came home drunk and beat her. So what's happening here is that Albert Einstein got the punishment, and his teacher called him an ungrateful boy for not being thankful enough that he was lucky enough to come to a school. because going to a school has always been a privilege. Not every kid gets to go to school. So if Albert's father was sending him to school, he must have been thankful. This was what the teacher was saying. So the teacher called him an ungrateful child and he gave him the punishment. After that, when Albert returned home, he was very sad, not because this day was particularly bad. Every day at school was bad for him. Every day he was getting scolded by some teacher. Every day he was getting some punishment, some sarcasm, some taunt, something. Every day he was being tortured at the school. I know torturing is a harsh word, is a big word to use, but this is a kind of torture that he was enduring. But after that, after school, he did not even like returning home. Why? Because home too was not like home for him. Where did Albert live? Albert lived in a small quarter, in a small room in Munich. So it was a slum area. Munich was the city, and it was a slum area where Albert had a room. Albert had adjusted to the dirt and squalor of the slum. He did not mind it. He did not mind living with poor people or living in a place where hygiene was not that much prevalent. But what bothered him the most was the violent atmosphere of the slum. Now, all of us must know that Albert Einstein was a pacifist throughout his life. He was a non-violent person. So he was not very much comfortable with the idea of violence. And what was happening in the slum? People were quite violent. His landlady was a very violent woman. She used to beat her children through the week, and on Saturday, her husband would come home drunk and he would beat her up. So there was violence in a circle near Albert. So Albert was not very much happy with his living conditions. The lodgings did not cheer him up. By this, we can also realize that Albert was not particularly a very optimistic person. He was a pessimist. Albert was not happy with regular things. This has been said by many sources that Albert Einstein was a pessimist, and being a pessimist is a symbol of genius. This also we must know. So whenever we come across a very pessimistic person, instead of labeling them as negative, we should think that okay, there must be an Einstein inside of them. So let's move on with this philosophy and try to understand what happened here. तो हुआ ये कि टीचर ने उनको बोला एल्बर्ट को कि मुझे नहीं पता कि तुम स्कूल आते भी क्यों हो, और फिर एल्बर्ट ने पलट कर कह दिया कि सर मेरी भी इच्छा नहीं होती स्कूल आने की, ये मेरी इच्छा नहीं है, मैं मजबूरी में स्कूल आता हूँ. इस बात को लेकर टीचर ने उसको एक नाशुक्रा बच्चा बोला और फिर उसके बाद पनिशमेंट दे दी. और फिर पनिशमेंट के बाद जब एल्बर्ट घर लौटा तब उसे बड़ा बुरा लग रहा था. इसलिए नहीं कि आज उसे पनिशमेंट मिली, बल्कि इसलिए क्योंकि उसको अगले दिन फिर उसी स्कूल जाना था फिर और किसी दूसरे टीचर से डांट खानी थी, फिर किसी से पनिशमेंट लेनी थी. ये चक्र तो चलता ही जा रहा था. एल्बर्ट को घर आकर भी खुशी नहीं मिलती थी, क्योंकि वो घर में नहीं रहता था, वो एक रूम में रहता था जो कि उसके पिताजी ने एक किराए पे लिया था एक स्लम एरिया में. एल्बर्ट को स्लम एरिया की गंदगी से कोई इतना परहेज नहीं था, इतना बुरा नहीं लगता था, लेकिन उसे बुरा लगता था वहाँ की वायलेंस. वहाँ पे काफ़ी हिंसात्मक लोग रहा करते थे, और उसकी जो लैंड लेडी थी, एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन की लैंड लेडी यानी मकान मालकिन, वो हफ्ते भर अपने बच्चों को पीटती थी, और शनिवार के दिन उनका हस्बैंड ड्रिंक करके आते थे और वो उनको पीट दिया करते थे. तो एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन के घर के आसपास वायलेंस, और एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन को इस बात से बड़ी खुशी नहीं थी, काफ़ी दुखी थे वो. देन व्हाट हैपेंड? But at least you have a room of your own, which is more than I can say, said Yuri when he called round in the evening. At least you live among civilized human beings, even if they are all poor students, said Albert. They are not all civilized, Yuri replied. Did you not hear that one of them killed last week in a duel? One of them was killed last week in a duel? And what happens to the one who killed him? Nothing, of course. He is even proud of it. His only worry is that the authorities have told him not to fight any more duels. He is upset about this because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. Exclaimed Albert. And these are the students. Well, you will be a student one day, said Yuri. So what happened here is that Yuri was a friend of Albert's, and I have written one of Albert's friends, but I am quite sure that he was his only friend, because everybody knows that Albert was a very complaining sort of boy, and he could not have a lot of friends. Okay, I am being very judgmental, but let's move on. So Yuri was one of Albert's friends, and he called around in the evening. He phoned him. He phone called Albert, and they were having a conversation. In that conversation, Albert must have complained about his living conditions. He must have told that, oh my god, the slum area is not very much pleasant. The landlady beats her children every day. They are crying. They cry all the time, and her husband comes and beat her up every Saturday. So she also cries. So this is not a very pleasant place to be. So when anybody tells you their problem, what is your natural response? You tell them your problems just to make them feel even more miserable, while we think that we are trying to make them feel grateful for their problems. Whatever. So instead of consoling Albert, Yuri said that at least he lived in his own room. And Yuri could not even say that. Why? Because Yuri used to live in a hostel, in a university hostel. And in university hostel, they had large halls where many students slept together on their own beds. So Yuri was not very much happy with his own living conditions. So this was his way of cheering Albert up by telling him that he at least had his own room. After which Albert responded that at least he was living with civilized beings. Albert called Yuri's roommate civilized people, to which Yuri responded by telling that not all of them were civilized. Some were very rogue, and a person had killed another one in a duel. Now, what's a duel? A physical fight. So two students started fighting in the university, and one of them killed the other one. This is what Yuri told Albert about his roommates. So Albert was curious, and he asked what was the punishment given to the student who killed another one. So Yuri told that no punishment was given. He was just issued a warning not to fight any more duels anymore. Not to fight any duels. So Albert cringed at this. Now what is this UGH? UGH is never read as UGH. It is read as This is an expression. So this sound of an expression is this sound is to express cringe. Whenever we hear something very unpleasant that does not make sense, which irritates us, annoys us all at the same time, we say that it's cringy. Okay, so cringe is the feeling that we get on watching senseless movies and action scenes in which a person throws away cars and trucks. That's cringe. So Albert cringed at this because he could not make sense of such a system where students are just issued warning on killing each other. And after that, Yuri told him not to be so judgmental because he would someday become a student. He would also become a student, so he should not judge other students. So then Albert let's understand this much first. तो Albert ने एक शाम अपने दोस्त यूरी से बात की, और यूरी उसका एक दोस्त था, और यूरी को उसने बताया कि उसको अपना रहने करने की जो व्यवस्था थी ये बड़ी अच्छी नहीं लगती थी. स्लम के अंदर लोग जो है मारा कुटी करते थे, हिंसा करते थे. और यूरी ने बोला कि कम से कम तुम्हारे पास तुम्हारा खुद का रूम है, इस बात को लेकर खुश हो जाओ. मेरे पास तो मेरा खुद का रूम भी नहीं है. मैं एक बड़े से हॉल में सोता हूँ जहाँ पे मेरे साथ अन्य बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं. और इस बात को लेकर एल्बर्ट ने कहा कि कम से कम तुम जिनके साथ रहते हो वो सिविलाइज्ड लोग तो है. मेरे स्लम में आकर लोगों को देखो, ये एक दूसरे को मारा कुटी करते हैं, एक दूसरे के ऊपर हाथ उठाते हैं. जिस पर यूरी ने बताया कि मेरे यहाँ पे भी सब कोई बहुत शरीफ लोग नहीं है. तुम्हें नहीं पता पिछले हफ्ते एक स्टूडेंट ने दूसरे स्टूडेंट की हत्या कर दी हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी में. जिस बात को लेकर एल्बर्ट काफी जिज्ञासु हुए और उन्होंने पूछा कि हत्या कर दी, तो उस बंदे को क्या पनिशमेंट मिली जिसने दूसरे की हत्या कर दी. तो यूरी ने बताया कि कोई पनिशमेंट नहीं मिली, उसे तो एक सिर्फ वार्निंग दी गई है कि बेटा आगे से डुएल यानी लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं करना है हमें. और वो बस इस बात को लेकर उदास है कि अगर वो आगे लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं करेगा तो उसके चेहरे पर कोई दाग नहीं आएगा. इस बार की लड़ाई में उसने हत्या तो कर दी, लेकिन उसके चेहरे पर कोई जख्म नहीं पड़ा. और अब उसके चेहरे पर कोई जख्म नहीं है तो उसको ये चिंता है कि वो जिंदगी भर लोगों को अपनी बहादुरी के किस्से कैसे सुनाएगा. इन सब बातों को सुनकर एल्बर्ट के मुंह से निकला यानी एल्बर्ट ने बोला कि ये बच्चे हैं, ये स्टूडेंट्स हैं यूनिवर्सिटी के. और यूरी ने कहा कि तुम उनको ज़्यादा जज मत करो, तुम भी एक दिन यूनिवर्सिटी स्टूडेंट होने वाले हो.